Was the first, there were several theaters in Merced back in the old days when I reading the paper, but that was a chain theater. It was the first one designed to be a theater. It had sound system speakers because a lot of people had theaters and then they came out with sound and it was like, well, now what do we do? And it was air conditioned. You had an air conditioned building in Merced.
Was that the first air-conditioned building?
I don't know if it's the very first, but it's the very first built from the ground up and for that purpose. So you could go in there, you know, and even when I was a kid, it was like, let's go to the theater someplace cool. And we meant temperature-wise, not like hangout-wise.
Right.
And but it did, I don't know if you've been down there since it's been restored. It's pretty close to original. But of course, they've got a digital projection system and stuff in the back where the loggias were, and the stage area that you're referring to has been cut back. Mm-hmm. And there's actor rooms, blue rooms underneath. But it used to come out further, and it actually had an orchestra pit also. Mm-hmm. And so they did, you know, 5th grade, we all got to go down in the school buses and see Madame Butterfly and things like that. So they did do plays and stuff. Early days when the schools were smaller, graduation was held down there. I remember it mostly as just go see the movies.
Okay.
And it was really a neat place.
And you said that was in the 1930s?
It was built in the 30s, yeah. I think it opened like Halloween of 1930 or something like that.
And is the outside pretty much the same as it was before?
Close enough. You would really have to have a photo from us and have it dated and compare it.
But it's pretty similar.
The only thing they really did, the box office used to be out front. You know, theaters always would have a ticket office out front. And that way you could go, you know, there'd be a girl in there at 11 o'clock in the morning. You could buy matinee tickets or evening tickets at that time of day. That way you knew you had seating. Mm-hmm. And they tore that down years ago.
So it was a separate section outside?
It was a little square box, you know, maybe 10 foot by 10 foot. And it was just a cashier with tickets.
So it wasn't directly connected to the actual building?
It was right out there
separate.
Before you went around it, and then about another 10 feet, then you had the doors to walk in the theater. Okay. And then somewhere 70s, United Artists bought it and turned it into a fourplex. Took that beautiful theater, just put a wall down this way, a wall up here, fortunately they did a really terrible job. They did not remove anything. They just took all the existing stuff and put false work. So when the Historical Society got it back, they were able to take it down and all the original stuff was there.
Wow, that's impressive.
That was very impressive.
And the original stuff did not get damaged?
The only problem during the restoration they had a couple chunks of the dome ceiling come down, and it turned out it was asbestos. So that took another year and another $1 million to remedy that.
Wow.
But it was the place to go when I was a kid, and it's pretty nice right now.